Welcome to True Projects. In this video, we are going to explain about the project that is Secure Resource Management in Cloud Computing, challenges, strategies, and meta-analysis. So before getting into the execution, first let us understand what is this project about. Cloud computing. It's a system where users can access computing resources like virtual machines, storage, and applications whenever they need them, without owning the physical hardware. While this makes computing flexible and efficient, it also means that many users often share the same underlying physical resources. Sharing resources in this way can create security risks because one user's actions or a malicious actor can potentially affect others. If proper controls are not in place, attackers might exploit these shared resources to gain access to sensitive data or interfere with the operations of the other users' virtual machines. Here, the main concern here is that without secure management, cloud resources can be misused. Attackers could manipulate virtual machines, steal data, or cause disruptions in the system. Ensuring secure resource management means putting safeguards in place to prevent unauthorized access, protect data integrity, and maintain reliability of the cloud environment. In other words, just having access to powerful cloud resources isn't enough. There must be also strong security measures to make sure those resources are used safely and responsibly. So, here, the main goal of this project is to create a system that makes cloud computing safer by managing resources securely. Since cloud environments are shared by many users, it is important to make sure that the data and virtual machines are protected from unauthorized access. So, this project uses simulated cloud and a virtual machine resources to test and implement security strategies, giving a practical way to explore that is how SRM works in real scenarios. So, essentially, this system is designed to ensure that cloud resources are used correctly and efficiently while also keeping them safe, potential attacks or misuse. It is about maintaining trust in the cloud environment, making sure that users can store and access their data without worrying about breaches, data loss, or malicious activity. As this is a prototype project, here we are using the local server itself as a cloud. So the proposed system uses three strategies. That is, the three main approaches to make cloud resources secure. The first is a defensive strategy where we encrypt all the data using AES algorithm before storing it in the cloud. Each file is protected with a user-defined key which ensures that only authorized users can access the data, keeping it safe from the attackers. And then the second approach is mitigating strategies, which focuses on controlling access. Users can download or access files only if they enter the correct decryption key. If the key is wrong, access is denied, which helps to limit the damage if someone tries to breach the system. Then the third stage, that is third strategy, is where the system continuously monitors all VM activities. If any suspicious or unauthorized access is detected, it immediately applies a mix of preventive and responsive measures to block the activity. Together, these strategies ensure that the cloud environment remains secure, reliable, and resilient even when using simulated resources for testing. Moving on, to further improve this project, that is in cloud systems, there is always a risk that malicious virtual machines, that are VMs, could tamper with the user data. Usually, the cloud does not provide tools for users to check if their data has been altered. To solve this, the system assigns a unique hash to the each file. These file, that is these hashes acts like digital fingerprints, so any changes to the file can be easily accessed, that is easily detected. This way, users can be confident that their data remains intact and trustworthy. And additionally, the project also focuses on making the systems faster and more efficient. It compares the traditional AES encryption with a SPEC cipher algorithm. SPEC is lighter and quicker than AES, which reduces the time needed for encrypting, decrypting, and monitoring files. Using SPEC, it helps to improve overall system performance while still keeping the data secure, making the cloud environment both safe and also efficient. Moving on to the modules. So these are the modules of this project. The first module is Sign Up Here, where the model allows new users to create an account with the cloud application. By signing up, users can access cloud services securely and manage the data in the system. And then registered users can log into the cloud application using their credentials. This ensures that only authorized users can access their personal cloud credentials, that is, person cloud resources. And through this module, that is Request Cloud VM, so users can upload or outsource their data to a cloud virtual machine. All files are encrypted before uploading, and each file is accompanied by a verification hash to maintain the data integrity. Then comes access VM data. So users can access their stored data anytime. Before downloading files, the system verifies that their identity using a decryption key. If the key is correct, access is granted. Otherwise, it is denied, ensuring secure data access. Then we have a varied size graph. So this module generates a graph showing how the Cloud VM performs when saving files in different sizes. Then we have traditional AES extension spec cipher graph. This module compares the encryption time between standard AES algorithm and optimized spec cipher algorithm. This graph demonstrates the performance improvement of using spec for faster encryption and decryption, making the system more efficient. So this is what we have done in this project. So to implement this project, basically we need hardware and software requirements. In hardware, we need operating system of Windows, processor of i5 and above, RAM of 8 GB and above, and hard disk of 25 GB and above. And software requirements are application of Python, front-end framework of Flask, back-end framework of Jupyter Notebook, database of SQLite 3, and front-end technologies are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap 4. So this is all about the overview of the project. Now let's execute. To execute, let's open the code folder that contains source code files. These are the source code files. Let's understand them. The first one is the static folder. This folder consists of files related to CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap files, which are important for the visual appeal. And here we have templates folder. This folder contains all the HTML pages used in this project. It typically includes files like index.html, about.html, etc., which represent different pages of the website. And this is the app.py file. So this .py file contains the information related to front-end logic. It includes code written in Python that handles server-side operations such as processing user requests, interacting with the database, and generating dynamic content to be rendered in HTML templates. And this is the run.bat file. So instead of executing this project through command line interface, we have created this Windows batch file. So we need to double click on it to execute the project. So let's double click on it, click on run. Here, if you observe, app.py file is compiled by using this command python space app.py. Now click on enter. So after running, that is by using this command, it will execute Python script and perform a runtime check for any syntax errors or logical issues. And after running this app.py file, Flask framework will host the application locally at the default address, which is the localhost and the port. So this is the localhost and this is the port. Now copy this local link provided by the Flask framework and paste it in any web browser. I'm copying it. I prefer Chrome, so I will paste it in that. Paste the link here. Now click on enter. So this is the web page of the project, which is displayed in the browser, and this is developed using Flask framework. So we need to register first. So click on register here. So first we need to register as the cloud user. So let's create user as Kiran, or else let's create user as Karthik. And let's give your mail address of Karthik. And give the password and give the contact number. I'm just giving a random number and give your address. Now click on create account. So account is created successfully. Here you can observe sign up process is completed. Now we are supposed to log in as cloud user. Click on cloud user login and give his username and the password. It is Karthik that we have given, and give your password. Here he can also view his password and now click on login. So he has logged in successfully and redirected to cloud user dashboard. So here he will be able to do multiple things where he will be able to outsource the data and he will be able to access that files also. So let's click on explore. Here he need to drop the file, that is he need to upload the file for outsourcing. So let's do that. So let's upload it. Let's upload the sample1 file. Click on open. And here, if you see, it is loaded. And here we are supposed to give the encryption key. That is the password. So if the user, that is the cloud user, if he wants to download that file, he has to give the encryption key. So let's give the encryption key as 12345. And now click on encrypt and upload. So here, if you observe, file is encrypted and saved to cloud virtual machine, and it has generated a file hash verification. So this is the file hash that is generated. Now let's access to that file that we have uploaded. Click on access VM data. So this is the file that Karthik has uploaded, and here is the file name, and here is the uploaded date, and this is the file hash. So here, if you observe, status is verified. Now if you click on download, he need to provide the decryption key, that is the encryption password that we have created at the beginning when we were uploading the file. So click on download. So need to select the file name and give the encryption key that we gave it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now click on login. Download the file. Here, if you observe, file has been downloaded successfully. Here you can observe, right? So if you would have given password it as wrongly, then we would be not able to download it. So let's check randomly. I've given 5, again another 5. Now click on download file. So here, if you observe, invalid access detected and cloud executing hybrid strategy for this mitigation. So this is happening. So he can click on view files to see the files. So this is the file. Now let's log out and register as the other user, Kumar. So let's register as Kumar and give his mail address and give his password, give the contact number. I'm just giving a random number and then give the address. Now click on create an account. Here, if you observe, sign up process completed. Let's log in as the Kumar. So give his password and username. So he has also logged successfully. And now let's upload files. So click on drag and drop. Let's upload sample 2. Click on open. And it has been loaded. Here we are supposed to provide the encryption key. So let's give encryption key as second file. So here, if you observe, there is second file written. Now let's click on encrypt and upload. Now let's click on access VM data. So click on that. Here, file owner is Kumar. This is the file name, uploaded date, file hash, and the verified status. Let's click on download now and give the encryption key, which we have given at the beginning. So it was second file. Let's recheck it. So it is correct. Let's just give it as files and see. So it is invalid access. So let's give again. Click on view files. Click on download and give the encryption key. Second file. Click on download. Here you can observe we have given it correctly. That is why it is being downloaded. Now let's check with the graphs. So click on varied size graph. So here we have varied size computation graph. Here on x-axis we have the file names and on y-axis we have varied file size. So this is the time of VM for varied file storage. Here y-axis it represents computation time of VM for varied file storage. If the file size is huge, then VM taking more time to store and process the request. So this has the more size, so that is why it is taking more time, and this has less storage, so that is why it is taking less time. Now let's click on AES and extension spec cipher graph. So click on that. So this is a propose and extension computation time graph. Here on x-axis we have the algorithm that is used for computation, and this is on y-axis we have computation time. So AES algorithm is taking more time to compute, and extension advanced spec cipher is taking less time to compute. Now click on logout. So in this way, the project shows how cloud resources can be secured, against unauthorized access and data breaches. Implementing proper security measures ensures data integrity, reliability, and efficient use of cloud services. So, this is all about the project.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.